has two purposes. One, we come from greatness, and we must not forget it. STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, is not new to our African ancestry. Two, the STEM fields, they need us back. We are a creative people who have a lot to offer to these industries. And so we need to come back to these industries and dominate like we have before and not be afraid to get into these fields.
I was one of the first people to ever ship a lowrider to Japan. So Japan, Germany, Australia, etc. So I took a hobby from Compton, California and helped to make it a global industry. But a lot of times I talk about that part of it, but today I want to talk about the STEM side of it. What does lowriders, airplanes, and tractors all have in common? Hydraulics. People ask me, TJ, why do you always hang at the airport? That's not lowriders. They got hydraulics on them. What do you think make those wings go up and down, the wheels come up and down off the ground? So when I got into lowriding, I learned hydraulics, I learned electrical, I learned everything that's involved in STEM. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. This guy gave me $60,000 to restore his car. So I took that $60,000 and I started fixing stuff, figuring it out, and that's how I became a manufacturer. So now I make about 14 car parts. Most people don't have a clue. They're thinking, oh, did you go to school for engineering? I said, no, I had a tape measure. I sat back and figured it out.
Today, we were focused on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And what I did was I broke down or I showed or displayed how African people in the Nile Valley, mainly Kemet or ancient Egypt, started science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We focused on a few figures from history like Imhotep, father of medicine or multi-genius, Merit Patel, which is the mother of medicine, the first African woman that was named in science in the world. We focused on concepts that were personified, like Tahuti and Seshat, who the schooling system in Kemet was named after Seshat. Even the Great Pyramids that were built with the science of geodesics, or the Great Pyramid itself of Giza, Khufu's pyramid, built directly center of the earth.
When I taught second grade, I noticed that kids could multiply easily by 2s, 5s, and 10s. And I said to myself, I wonder if that's because they can count by 2s, 5s, and 10s. So I did my own research. I said, the next year with my next group, I would teach them how to count by everything, 2s through 12s. So I made up cute little songs like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and I did that for every multiple. And lo and behold, it worked. By January, my kids were multiplying and dividing by every multiple. Multiplication is where the breakdown is when it comes to STEM. That's where the breakdown is when it comes to math. Children don't learn to multiply by 3rd grade. They cannot advance to higher level mathematics. They get frustrated and end up dropping out of school. We need them to feel good about math.
I was asked to come to do an interactive activity with the family, and we are building a soda straw tower that will hold a weight. It's an engineering and inquiry project that helps people think about how to build stuff and what it takes for them to be successful in doing that.
It's not pretty, but pretty much we're just trying to build the tallest structure we can, and we're going to try to balance this water bottle on top of it. We're trying to use our math. We only have 50 straws, so how can we have 50 straws to build a strong tile with the base? There is some science to it. Of course, we're going to have to balance out the weight. And of course, this is engineering, so this is creation and building from the ground up. So I think we're using all the elements here, and yeah, so that's what we're doing now. Ready?
Yeah! Yeah!
It's up there.
How about this? All right, load it up.
You're the one that want to win.
Yeah, load it up. You can lay it down. Yeah!
Well, when you talk science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, to me it means that these are the foundations for any type of idea to be created from. So we want to make sure that when we think STEM, when we think science, when we think technology, when we think engineering, when we think mathematics, we need to also think African in that process.
We are here with 16-year-old Isaiah Cooper, who's in the pilot seat. This is a seat you've kept warm for about the last year or so, preparing to break a world record. And today he's going to take off from Compton Airport to do a test flight. Because basically what are you hoping to achieve here?
I'm hoping to be the youngest at the age of 18 to fly around the world solo by myself, but during this test flight I'm going to be 16 and I'll be flying around the United States, breaking the record to be the youngest African American to fly around the United States.
I was never too big on math, you know, I always loved money but never liked math. And my mom told me that math is like the most important thing you can do. So flying these planes, I learned that it's more than just like liftoff and you know, touchdown. It's so much math and things into it. And by having this place here, it also helps the community because you can have little kids aging from 7 and up learning about high school math and what they need to do to be successful in life. Kids come here and they'll sit down and play video games from probably right now until 9 o'clock. If you're gonna play the video game, learn ways that you can invent new ones, learn how you can take this one and make it even better. That way people can buy that from you. My mom told me at a very young age, she said it's 2 important things in life, investing and real estate. And coming here, I learned at a young age that there's a lot of people out there, you just have to network. If you have a compelling story, somebody is able to partner up with you and show you what you need to do or even let you use their equipment.
Robin Petgrave is transforming young lives in Los Angeles. By offering kids flight lessons, he hopes to broaden their perspective.
I have a firm belief that because the kids are introduced to aviation at such a young age, they look at things completely different.
Petgrave believes that kids who can handle planes and helicopters are better equipped to handle life.
In aviation, aerospace, diversity is the key. The major airlines, they're looking for people that look like us to get into that field. And that's what this museum does. One of the kids that came through here is now the youngest African-American airline captain in U.S. history. You can see his picture on the wall when he set a world record soloing an airplane and a helicopter on the same day at the age of 14. His name is Jonathan Strickland. Who knows what Isaiah's gonna do? Kimberly Anadeke, she's on the wall. She's now in medical school. She finished her 4-year undergraduate at UCLA to be a neurosurgeon. Her sister is our grant writer, and she set a world record here when she was 16. She soloed 4 different airplanes on her 16th birthday, the youngest African American to do that. She has her master's degree. She's our grant writer. She's only 23. I had this vision that I wanted to build a place where something amazing would happen. And it's right here in Compton. And the amazing thing that's gonna happen from here, that's gonna make the whole world say, did that just happen over in Compton? Is gonna be done with one of your kids.
I hope you guys will continue to come every year. This is a place where we celebrate us, our culture, and our history. It's a safe space that counteracts a lot of negative things that we encounter, like the entertainment industry that doesn't affirm us, the news that doesn't elevate us, and the education system that doesn't acknowledge us. Because if you rely on the schools to educate your children, your child will still be uneducated. So it's our responsibility as a community, as parents, as a village to educate our children as we continue to push greatness forward and build legacies. Thank you.